welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs and Fuego. We're documenting the journey of incredible entrepreneurs such as Debbie Norwitz from United Health Benefits.
Unique.
See, that's why I need mine.
I know. Yeah, I need mine too. See, it's right here.
We are united and you're unique. How's
We
that?
are united and we are unique.
And you have something called telemedicine.
Telemedicine, right?
What is telemedicine?
Well, telemedicine is the ability to be able to have 300, as we say, 7, 24, 365 days access to a doctor by phone or by the internet. So if you have a cold, if you have a rash, if you have an infection, if you have any kind of those sinusitis, if you have any kind of infection, if you have a rash, you can call your doctor by phone. You can actually visit with them with a video showing a rash, for example, and they can prescribe from your description of your medical situation, and they can actually prescribe a medicine that you can pick up at your doctor, at your pharmacy, within 20 minutes or so.
How different is that from WebMD, for instance?
WebMD just does a diagnosis of what your problem is,
Okay.
right? We actually provide actual phone calls with a medical, board-certified medical doctor.
It sounds so futuristic and it sounds so...
It's been around in Arizona. There's actually an Arizona Telemedicine Council, which is run by a former congressman named Bob Burns. Okay. But it's been around strongly in northern Arizona for about 30 years.
Wow.
So it's not really new.
What is new is the technology that has been applied to the concept.
Right,
Okay.
right. So what we are working with a variety of different nonprofits because we are offering something that no other program like ours, benefits program like ours, and just to make sure we are not insurance, we're a benefits program. We're offering a residual income program for nonprofits. So those that sign up with us that are a qualified nonprofit actually can receive residual income.
That's fantastic.
From the program.
Now, that's wonderful. Now, what did you do? This is relatively new for you. Now, but what did you do prior to this?
Where do you want me to start?
This is your show.
Okay, I arrived in Arizona in '76, and my ex-husband and I opened up a bookstore, which we had for 10 years. It was called Thunderbird Bookshop, and it was up in North and Scottsdale.
Right.
It was fabulous. I loved that. Okay. During that period of time, I also founded the Associated Children's Theater of Scottsdale and a statewide program, playwriting competition called Drama Quest, which we had kids from all over the state submit their plays, and we had judges from the different high schools that judged the plays, and then we chose those and we performed those. We were the first children's theater to perform Fame on stage.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you do the shower scene?
We did. In fact, my daughter was in it, so it was very exciting. Actually, my daughter was at the age of 15 was in a movie here called Just One of the Guys. So it was really,
wow.
She just had a little tiny speaking part, but that was really exciting.
You have been then an entrepreneur for all these years, ever since
I
you
I was also just even prior to coming here, and I don't usually talk about this, but it's part of my history and makeup.
Sure.
I was in a cult for 10 years.
In a cult?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like one of those religious cults, or is it?
It was the Church of Scientology.
You were in Scientology for 10 years. See, now you got my interest. All right, and so, so is it everything that we read and hear about it?
Well, that depends. You're going to have to be more specific.
Let me be more specific. The fact that when you leave, they have you followed. The fact that they use some very detective-like, police-like tactics when you leave, and so on and so forth.
Well, I left when I didn't have a contract.
I see.
Okay, my contract had been over with them.
Were you able to? Was your whole family part of Scientology?
No,
or
it was
were-
just my husband and I, my
Did-
ex-husband and I.
Did the Scientology people ask you not to talk to your family?
No,
Did they
because,
did
no,
they
because when-
excise you out of your family?
No, because when
connections?
we started in Scientology, it was at the very beginning when it was not even Scientology, when it was Dianetics. And that was back in New York in 1963.
Is Ron
thereabouts.
Hubbard frozen somewhere?
I don't know, but we did meet him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we were on the ship with him.
he as
We were, in Scientology they have different levels.
right.
Right, and different courses. When we went to England, I lived in England for a year and a half. When we went to England, I took what they called the, well, we were trained as Scientologists
Right.
to be able to do the Scientology administering.
Which level did you get up?
Well, we became the first, what they call the first class 8s, which meant that we went on the ship with Hubbard.
Right.
Right.
That's a very, very high, very
That's
exclusive
a
level.
very
Yeah.
high level.
Yeah.
We were one of the we were the highest level at the time in Scientology. Okay, we were also class.
Why did you leave?
Well, that's a very, very long story, Francisco. Very long story.
Were you? Let me put it this way: Were you? Did you leave voluntarily, or were you?
I left voluntarily, yes, and then my husband, or ex-husband now, my ex-husband, he actually left his position at Scientology.
Are you happier now that you?
Oh yeah, much.
You seem like a very normal person. to
A
me.
very normal person. Thank you, Francisco.
We are here with Debbie Norwitz, unique health benefits.
You got it right. Yeah.
I had said what, United or something like that, right?
Yes, you did.
There is a United Health, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's a different story.
Yeah,
That's
right.
an insurance company.
Yeah.
You're not.
Telemedicine is just the wave of the future for medicine. Because when you have people that are, we're working with a number of different organizations to bring it to the underserved population. So we're
Beautiful
working on
thing.
partnerships right now. And that was one of my successes this morning. I did make contact with one company that we hope to be partnering with that would bring a lot of benefit to those living in outlying areas, the homeless, military that are homeless, hopefully everyone that needs the kind of health ability to be able to
Yeah.
access a doctor without necessarily having to go to a medical facility and spending that kind of money.
Debbie Norwitz, I have like 1,000 other questions for you.
Oh, dear.
Oh my goodness gracious. Now that you opened up that Dianetics and Scientology,
Oh, my goodness
I got a
gracious.
million questions for you, but we're going to have to bring you back.
Okay, all right.
Beam us up, Taylor. With that,
There you
we're
go.
out.